American Airlines. American Airlines. If you travel on American Airlines, you might experience a couple glitches. You might have some grounding because all of their planes are being affected with technical issues on Christmas Eve. Check it out.
We have breaking news this morning. We're learning that there is a nationwide ground stop of American Airlines flights.
This, of course, on Christmas Eve, one of the busiest travel days of the holiday season. American is reporting system outages at some airports across the country. We're starting to see the effects. We want to get to Barrett Tryon. He is out there for us this morning. Barrett, are we seeing any delays? What's going on the boards at the Austin airport?
Yeah, Avery, just really in the last 10 minutes, we've started to see those delays on American. I'm going to step out of the way here to kind of give you an idea of what to look at. American Airlines, as you said, issuing a nationwide ground stop for all of its flights this morning, so not a Christmas present that people want to wake up to. The airline said it is a, quote, technical issue that is affecting its flight so far this morning. In a statement online, it said, our teams are working to resolve this issue as quickly as possible. We apologize to our customers for that inconvenience. You know, this is a very busy travel time. This morning, we're still seeing some long lines at the American counter, but as we said, we're starting to see those delays just a little bit. Airport officials, I talked to them in the last half hour or so, and they said they are aware of the issue. It is something, though, with American, and they don't always give that information to the airport. So if you are flying American or know someone who is flying American, really good idea to call ahead and check to make sure your flight might not be delayed, because we are starting to see those rolling delays. And when it starts so early in the morning like this, of course, that can cause a ripple effect across the day. And with so many major hubs here in Texas itself, it is a problem that could strand some flyers. So if you are flying American today, keep an eye out and check the status of your flight before you head to the airport. By the way, 2.5 hours for domestic flights, 3 hours for international flights here at the airport. Of course, we'll keep on top of it and let you know if anything changes. For now, though, we're live at Austin Bergstrom International.
That's my sign that I need to work harder to eventually get to the Clearport. You know what I'm saying? Only time that I've ever really flew private is when somebody actually got it for me. I've never had to pay for it myself, but that just makes me want to have to go to the Clearport, because sitting in the airport for 2.5, 3 hours and your flight still might be grounded and you still might not make it home. Yeah, that's a lot. So if you're traveling this holiday season on Christmas Eve, get to the airport early, especially if you're flying American Airlines. If you're flying any other airline, I'm not hearing anything about it. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that's trying to make their way home or to their holiday season. In addition to that, a 17-year-old girl was slashed on the face on a 4 train, and Kathy Hochul was deploying additional National Guard members to NYC subways. Check it out.
Now, a 17-year-old girl recovering after police say she was slashed in the face on a subway right here in the Bronx this week.
News 12's Marissa Santorelli is at the 149th Street station with more on the new measures in place to protect riders. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ladies. That incident happening on the 4 train on Tuesday evening. Now, police tell us that a 17-year-old girl, well, she hopped on the subway over at the 161st Street station. That's when they say a man approached her and slashed her in the face. Now, we have a look at that suspect. I want you to take a good look at your screen here. Do you recognize this man? Police say he slashed that 17-year-old girl on her left cheek at around 4:43 p.m. on Tuesday and ran off. Now, once she arrived here at the 149th Street station, she was taken to an area hospital and thankfully is expected to be okay. But one day later, Governor Kathy Hochul announced she deployed 250 additional National Guard members here to city subway stations for the busy holiday season, bringing the total now to 1,000 members. Now, it was part of her 5-point plan she announced back in March to reduce transit crime across the city. And Governor Kathy Hochul, she says it's working. She says since March, transit crime is actually down 10% across the city. But the numbers here in the Bronx tell a different story. NYPD data shows transit crime is actually up 10% this year compared to last, with about 350 crimes so far. And right here in the 40th precinct, transit crime is up a whopping 33%.
Why they keep lying to us and telling us that crime is down? It seemed like New York City and most blue cities for that matter, most, not all, most blue cities for that matter, is going through a crime transformation. We had the migrant that burned people up. We're going to get to him in a minute. We had the migrant that burned people up on the subway in New York City. 17-year-old girls getting a face slash. Monsters just walking around in New York all around in this rat-infested city. Yeah, it's rough out here. But it's not as rough as this next story. I'm warning y'all right now. This next story, two couples from Grand Rapids, not Grand Rapids, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Minnesota, home of Tim Walls, is charged with child torture. Check it out. Only they can explain the details of this one.
Law enforcement in northern Minnesota call it one of the worst crimes they've ever investigated. A Grand Rapids couple appeared in court today in Itasca County on child torture charges.
Eric Schuler joins us with more on this disturbing investigation. And Eric, what happened in court?
Lindsay and Kevin, the Grand Rapids couple, remains behind bars tonight after appearing in court earlier today on the child torture charges. Barbaric assaults is how the Itasca County attorney is describing what the couple allegedly did to a child. Court papers say on one day, the child was allegedly struck more than 80 times.
Jesus
and it was
Christ.
caught on video. 27-year-old Jamison Wallstrom and his 24-year-old wife Vivian Wallstrom faced an Itasca County judge Friday, charged with torture of a child in Grand Rapids. Itasca County attorney Jake Fishold writing to 5 Eyewitness News, the evidence supporting these charges is primarily in the form of numerous videos taken from a camera within the Wallstrom home that depict the Wallstroms engaging in barbaric assaults against a child in the home. Inside the criminal complaint, Jamison Wallstrom allegedly told law enforcement they will be surprised when watching the video footage.
If you look at these people, like if you just look at him and you look at her and you just walk past them inside of a grocery store or on the street or something like that, and then maybe they got their child with them all dressed up and stuff, you would never know. You would never know. There is no true face to what this type of stuff looks like. There are people all over the globe. You watch them, you walk past them, you shake their hands, they don't wash their hands from using the bathroom. You walk past them and rub their shoulders every single day. And you would never know some of the most demonic stuff that they have going on inside of their households. Let's continue.
And the things that they will find. Grand Rapids police are leading the investigation. Many of the allegations uncovered by police, we can't report on the specifics. But one allegation mentioned in court papers, police officers watched a video seeing Jamison stepping on, kicking, and then struck the child in the face with his hand. Vivian told investigators about a different incident, allegedly saying, "I'm going to kill you," while smacking the young child, according to the complaint. Vivian told investigators the incident probably went too far. Court papers also indicate Jamison told police discipline had reached the point of child abuse. The complaint mentions authorities found at least 20 bruises on the victim. Again, Itasca County attorney Jake Fishold leading the case, writing, "These heinous crimes are without precedent in Itasca County and rank highly among some of the most abominable child abuse cases ever encountered in Minnesota."
Crazy.
Investigators say the child frequently only had a bare mattress to sleep on the floor. Child now is in protective custody. I reached out to an attorney that represents Jamison Wallstrom, but at last check, haven't heard back. It's unclear if that lawyer is.
Listen, man, the fact that they recorded it tells you that it's demonic. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if they recorded it, that means that they rewatched it. And if they rewatched it and they was able to live through it and not throw up as a result of it, listen, we got whoopings when we was coming up. Some pretty bad ones. And I will tell you, I probably needed every one of them. But I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I remember one of those speeches, and I think that a lot of people probably had this same speech, and they would say, "This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you." For people to be able to rewatch some of the stuff that they're describing in this video is absolutely, positively demonic. And it probably means that they got off on it. You was recording yourself destroying somebody's life. You was recording yourself destroying somebody's life. And unfortunately for that kid, they're going to grow up. They're going to have that same trauma. And it's a possibility that they'll never recover from it and they'll never heal from it. And they never even asked to be in this world, but they was trapped in that household. And now they probably going to go through the foster system and nothing good is ever going to come from it. It's unfortunate.